Ahoy there, cruise fans! Welcome to our channel where we give you the latest and greatest news. Today is Monday, March 6th, and we have a suspicious death on the high seas. Royal Caribbean will not be cleaning your cabin as often as they used to, and another cruise line is getting rid of the COVID vaccine requirement to cruise. All that and more coming up. And before we begin, I just want to give a reminder to hit that subscribe button, and let's get ready to dive into the news. First up is there was a suspicious death on a Carnival cruise line. It was Carnival Sunshine, which ports out of Charleston, South Carolina. So the cruise took off February 27th and returned to port March 4th. The woman was found unresponsive on the 27th, the first day of the cruise. Medical personnel tried to revive her, but she was pronounced deceased. Once the ship got back to port on the 4th, the FBI took over to start processing the crime scene. If you're wondering what the most common deaths are for passengers on a cruise ship, it is falls, whether overboard or from one deck to the next, cardiac arrests, and suicides. And not that it pertains to the story, but just a little bit of trivia. The Carnival Sunshine used to be the Carnival Triumph, and if you remember that ship, that was the infamous Carnival Poop Cruise that happened back in 2013. Just a little bit of trivia for you in case you were curious. And now next up, keeping with the Carnival theme, Carnival is going to do twice as many voyages from Norfolk, Virginia in 2023. Normally they do 8 cruises in May and October, but in 2023 they are going to be doing 16. And the season is going to go from 2 months to 6 months in 2023. However, in 2024, Carnival is going to cease operations in Norfolk, Virginia, because in 2025 they're going to go to year-round cruises. So good news if you live in the Northeast or North Carolina, Virginia area. A lot closer to travel up to Norfolk than it is to drive down to Port Canaveral, Miami, and all that. However, if you want to go out of Norfolk this year, go ahead and book your reservations, because in 2024 you will not be able to take a Carnival ship out of Norfolk. And then one last Carnival story is Carnival is moving a 4th ship to Galveston, Texas. Right now, Carnival Miracle is in San Francisco, but in October of 2024, they are going to move. They're going to move the ship from San Francisco to Galveston, and they're going to start doing 9, 10, 11, and 12-day cruises from Galveston on the Carnival Miracle. So in case you're wondering, right now in Galveston, there is the Carnival Breeze, which offers 4 and 5-day cruises, the Carnival Dream, which sails 6 and 8-day cruises, and the Carnival Jubilee, which is coming out this year. It's the newest ship, which will arrive in December and will begin week-long Western Caribbean sailings. So a good mixture from 4 days all the way up to 12 days now, starting in October 2024, if you live in Galveston or near Galveston or want to sail out of that port. So Royal Caribbean is cutting their housekeeping services from twice a day down to once a day, unless you are in a junior suite and above, and then you will still get the 2 times a day service. However, you can work with your housekeeping crew to see if you can get your cabin serviced, in the morning or the afternoon. They're still going to work with you. And right now, it's already been implemented on a few of the ships, but it is expected to go fleet-wide here in the near future. And speaking of Royal Caribbean, if you had a spring break cruise scheduled on the Wonders of the Seas, you might want to check your email or wait for an email, because it is overbooked. Royal Caribbean overbooked their March 12th cruise for Wonders of the Seas. There's going to be different solutions. So if you were on that ship, there's different options you can have. They're offering you to sail on a different ship, which is Explorer of the Seas. However, Explorer of the Seas is an older ship, and I believe it goes out of a different port. They'll give you a 100% refund on your Wonder of the Sea ticket and give you a $300 onboard credit to go on Explorer of the Seas. What else? You can sail on a different date. So, March 12th, if your heart was set on March 12th, this might not be the best option. However, if you're flexible, they are offering a July 30th sailing and an August 13th sailing on Wonders of the Seas with a very similar itinerary. Or if none of those options work for you, if you don't want to sail on an older ship and you can't move your travel dates, you can just cancel it, get all your money back. And if you decide to cancel it, you'll receive your 100% money back for your cruise on March 12th, and you'll get a 100% credit for a future cruise. So if you're flexible, you just might get a free cruise out of it. Or you can just show up. You can keep your cruise and show up and hope they have room for you. That is the fourth option. Let me know what you would do in this situation. If it was me, I would probably cancel. I would probably cancel and just get my money back and then use my credit to go on another cruise. Luckily for me, I do have some flexibility, and hell, I might even be able to get 2 cruises out of it if I get some sales. You know what I'm saying? If I can book a cruise during a sale period. So that's what I would do. I'd get my money back and just take the credit. And finally, just a sign that we're getting back to normal, thank God, UK-based Marella Cruises will remove the remaining measurements left over from the pandemic starting in May 2023, which means you do not have to have a COVID vaccine to start traveling on Marcella Cruise Lines. A lot of us in the US, it doesn't matter to us because this is a UK-based cruise line, but it's just, I included this in the story because I think it's great to see that we are getting back to normal. The world is getting back to normal. So I know there are still some countries where you need to have a vaccine. I just went on a cruise over New Year's, and I know Turks and Caicos, we were not supposed to go in there if we were not fully vaccinated. So even though you can cruise on this cruise line, it still says that there's some ports or some countries that are required the vaccination card or the complete vaccine, that you still need to have those in order to go into these countries. But to actually get on the board or to actually get on the ship and cruise, no more vaccinations after March or after May 2nd, 2023. So that's good news. We're getting back to normal. And finally, just, kind of as the part of the cruise tip portion, right now Princess Cruise Lines is offering up to 40% off select 2023 and 2024 voyages from now until May 2nd. I just want to throw that out there. If you're a Princess Cruise fan and you didn't know about this deal, they're having that sale from now until May 2nd. If you book, up to 40% off, and you can reserve your spot with just $100 deposit per guest. And with that being said, that's it for today's news. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the latest and greatest cruising news. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and we'll be back soon with some more news from the cruising world. And if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on the Lido deck. Have a great day.